Hey everyone, thank you for tuning in for another Elden Ring boss guide. This time we're taking on Rykard, the god-devouring serpent. You can find him here at the audience pathway when you progress your way through the Volcano Manor. You can see here that I do have the serpent hunting spear. This is what I call a gimmick weapon, very similar to some gimmick weapons that you find in other Soulsborne games, like the Stormseeker sword that you can use against the giants in Dark Souls 3. Very similar idea. You can defeat him with other means, but this is what the game wants you to do. This weapon exists precisely to kill Rykard. So we're going to walk in the room and I'm going to show you how to use it. What I do recommend is that you use the Ash of War on this weapon. It's called Great Serpent Hunt. It only does this special animation here. Like, by the way, you only see like the special wind type animations here with it. But you want to make sure that you have a few flasks to really go with this weapon. Now, this weapon is base level. You see that it's just the basic Serpent Hunter. We do not have it leveled up whatsoever. You do not need to level it up. It does not benefit you much to do so. And I don't think it's worth your time or effort or your smithing stones. So with that said, what we're going to do is enter this boss arena, run directly up to the serpent, and just immediately spam L2 on him. You can hit L2 once, and then after the animation, you can hit L2 again to get a second animation that does even more damage right here. And there's a second one. And then when that attack is over, if you have leftover stamina, you can do a jump R2. What you really want to do is after you, get bitten by the snake like I did, like a big dummy, you want to make sure you dodge those bites, by the way. Don't do as I do there. You can do a lot of jump R2s, and that's going to be a lot of your damage in this fight as well. He will do different bite animations at you. That bite animation he'll do 1 to 3 times. Make sure you just roll out of the way of it. And then in between a lot of his attacks, you can land another jumping R2. As you can see here, we just repeat it again. And after about 30 seconds or so, you can do the Ash of War again, and that would be my recommendation there. Now that attack there where he tears up the ground and just sends a huge wave of lava at you, I've never been good at dodging, so my advice there is if it happens, just make sure you have enough health to deal with it. That's one I can't really help you with, I'm sorry. Land another jumping attack after he's done with his combos, as you can see here. And now that it's been well over 30 seconds, we can land an Ash of War on him. It will stagger him again. And if you do enough damage quickly, you'll be able to actually break his poise. And that's something that you really want to try to do. If you can break his poise, it allows you to land a lot of damage as well. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to on this specific fight to show you, but that's okay. Oh, just kidding. We did it. When he does land on the ground, I like to do 2 charged R2s. As you can see, you get enough time to do so. And that'll do a lot of damage as well. You don't have to use the Ash of War here, but I do recommend it as it has massive poise break to it. And it's worth doing. And now what I need you to do, if this video guide does help you, leave together in the comments section, okay? Also, we are recording this live. Let's see your best togethers in chat while we watch this cutscene together. We're going to watch this together as family, okay?
Very well.
Does anyone else keep swords in their throats? Is that something we should all start doing? I don't know. It doesn't seem like a very convenient place. But at the same time, it does seem ultra convenient. Like, oh, I need a sword for this situation. Pulls out sword from throat. It's both convenient and not convenient at the same time. Together! Hell yeah. Okay, now, phase 2. You're going to see that he's got some new moves, including a giant sword. He will do several sword swings at you, and you want to make sure that you dodge them as they do big damage. I failed my dodge there because I thought he was doing the other poke, but that's fine. He also does this thing where he'll do Rykard's Ranker at you right there. If you time your attack well with L2, it'll actually break the animation, which will make it so that Rykard's Ranker will not be there. You just have to make sure that you time it well. The next thing you need to time is make sure that you're dodging your rolls for the sword properly. You can see that he has some very delayed strikes. You want to make sure that you do it right, because if you do fail, then you just end up flat on your back and taking a ton of damage. Make sure your mana is enough to use L2 again. Land your attacks where you can. Watch out for the magma splash. I got a little greedy here, but it's fine. We're just taking small magma damage. We're good. I rolled a little early on that one. More sword pokes. We can L2 now. He is going into his phase where he starts launching a bunch of skulls everywhere, so be aware of that. This is when things get a little bit crazy. He stomps on the ground, raises his sword to the sky, and you're going to start seeing, you know, magma geysers. You're going to start seeing skulls fly everywhere, as well as he'll bite at you with the serpent as well. So you need to make sure that you pay attention and you're ready for it. When the skulls start flying at you, as you can see all those Rykard's rankers, I like to just kind of run away from him. The biggest reason being is that he does this incredibly strong sword animation that's almost identical to the Ash of War of the sword itself. Make sure you're keeping enough stamina to keep on sprinting. Wait for him to do his big Ash of War. And when the Ash of War is done, that whole phase is done and you can move in closer for the kill again. Let's do our thing. Enough time will have passed as well, so it'll allow us to do our L2 spammerino. Let's get on it. Look at that, almost 10,000 damage for that. Dodge the snake. Land your jumping R2s where possible. The magma staggered me. Unfortunate. Watch out for the pull out there. The big explosion of damage. Another jump R2. Another jump R2. And then a simple R1 for the win. And that's Rykard. Now, I did take a lot of hits there, but you can see that even with all the hits I took, I was able to recover. This is something that does have a lot to do with the amount of health I have and my armor, so you need to make sure that you take that into account as well. I did that a little bit poorly. I usually perform better in that fight, but it is what it is. You can still find the best moments to attack by watching this video, and that's what counts here. Again, make sure you use L2 if you have enough mana to do so, until basically you can't anymore. You don't want to spam it nonstop, as you know, you used to be able to, but they patched it out to where he's only staggered by it once every so often. So I like to leave a good like 20 to 30 seconds in between them at least, until there's a right opportunity to do so. From there, your jump R2s are key. A little secret to the jump R2 as well, if you're still here, when you do the jump R2, you want to make sure you push up on the left analog stick when you press R2. If you don't press up when you hit R2, you'll actually do some pretty weird animations. You'll end up like going to the side or sometimes even backward. It's just how it works. You want to make sure you hold up while you jump and hit R2. Sorry, the stutter. So that way it goes forward and hits the serpent in the face. Anyways, guys, I hope this video helps you. Thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and I'll see you soon for more.